My name is Paula Clark and I'm the Outreach Director at York Theatre Royal. I absolutely love community productions. They are just so special and important. Everything is possible meant so much to me as a community member, as a woman, as a feminist, and I had the privilege of working on the show from the inside to support some of our actors who have additional needs or were more vulnerable and needed a bit more support to be included and involved. Also, young people in a similar situation. So that was an absolute joy and a pleasure.
I played Miss Hodge in Everything is Possible. She was the Australian suffragette, and it was a wonderful experience. And the kind of spirit the suffragettes had is exactly what we need to get us through this difficult time now.
Everything is Possible to me meant standing together but also using a lot of hairpins to wear the world's biggest hat.
As part of a team of volunteers that redesigned scores of hats with feathers and fabric to match the costumes. It was a bit of a challenge, but it shows that everything's possible.
My lasting memories are standing on the street corners dressed as a policeman with lots of other policemen, with tourists coming up wanting to take photos stand next to you before we pushed our way through huge crowds outside the Minster and then guided people. That seems a distant memory at the moment, with us all having to stay at least 2 metres apart and the city centre being deserted. What happy days they were. What a fantastic show. I hope people enjoy it.
Everything is Possible is so relevant right now when we are in lockdown and we are relying on one another. The government can't help us the way that we can help each other as part of a community, and all of that is so important. Whilst there is still inequality in the world, it will always be the poorest and more vulnerable people that suffer the most. That's why we're always going to have to fight, to protest, to make change, and make sure that everything is possible for everyone.
If enough of us want the same thing at the same time, then everything is possible. And that's not just about the history, that's about today. And above all else, it's about what's going to happen next. We've got to want the same thing at the same time, have clarity of vision, and collaborate to achieve. Everything is possible.